Hey everybody, it's Jeff here once again with Entrepreneur Essentials here at T-Werx, and I'm here with my friend Phil Duprey. We have known each other for more years than we probably want to say through the Cedar Park Chamber of Commerce, and Phil has been an amazing ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce for many, many, many years, and has his own couple different businesses. So wanted to talk a little bit about what it's like to have businesses that have been through all the ups and downs and downturns and side turns and everything else, and learn about Phil's journey to get here. So hi.
Hello, Jeff.
How are you doing today?
It's a great day. Texas is the best place to be.
All right, well, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey.
Well, it all starts off with parents, I think.
Okay.
I had blue-collar parents
Mhm.
who instilled in me the work ethic that everybody needs, but entrepreneurs
Absolutely.
especially, because nobody helped them. It was all bootstrap kind of stuff. And by the time I was ready to go to college, they worked themselves into jobs at the college,
Okay.
at the University of Rhode Island, where I grew up, which meant I got free tuition.
Aha!
So they didn't have any money, but they planned well.
But they planned, yeah, they got themselves
they
where they
made sure I
needed
did
to.
really good in college because they wouldn't do any less.
Yeah.
So I did work hard in college, got an English degree,
Okay.
which seemed like a strange thing to do at the time, but I didn't know what else to do. Turned out that was a really good thing.
Yep.
And
I have a psychology degree with an English minor. Yep.
And I married the woman I met first school day in college.
Oh wow.
Married her after graduation, so that our parents paid all the expenses. Then we got married. I'm not too stupid. And I married up, so that was a good thing too.
We all do.
And then she recruited me to IBM
Okay.
out of the Army. She said, if you don't like the Army, IBM's great, because she went to work for IBM right away. And we had good times in IBM, worked there 25 years for me, 28 years for her,
Okay.
in not quite entrepreneurial things, but more increasing responsibility as we went along. She stayed technical, I got into management eventually. And all government contracts, US
Okay.
government contracts, big ones. We started off as maintainers, and then developers, and then managers, and then proposal writers
Okay.
for these multi-billion-dollar contracts.
Mhm.
And I was the technical prop manager for one of the big Air Force satellite control multi-billion-dollar things. And that's where my English degree hit its prime, because
Yeah.
it was well done. We
You have
won.
to be able to converse. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got to tell everybody how else to write, which tense, which voice, which person, all that. The
Certainly.
book's got to read like one guy wrote it, even though 50 people. And we won.
Nice.
So I got to be the subcontract manager on that, which is like a job that I got to like invent.
Okay.
So that was entrepreneurial. And then on to another job with the FAA program, which is where we both got surplused.
Aha.
And we get retired kind of prematurely. We were both 49,
Okay.
and work was done.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a layoff. They weren't calling us back.
Yeah.
So then we decided we probably should do something of our own.
Mm-hmm.
And we cast about. She got a little bit of contract work programming because she was still technical.
Okay.
I had become too stupid by then to be a programmer. Started an Amway business and tried investing in some things, and then started volunteering to do things. Library Foundation, Chamber of Commerce, ran for city council here in Cedar Park, lost.
Okay.
Ran again and won.
What? Yeah.
Ran again, won. Ran again unopposed and won. So I have 3 terms, and then
Nice.
I ran for mayor and lost.
All right.
I think, wow,
That's
of
enough.
that. Yeah, enough of that.
Hey, you've got your name on the convent or the.
Oh, I'm on the medical center, the HEB center, a library, 2 fire stations. In 6 years, you get stuff to get done. Yeah, you can do things if you stick with it.
Sure.
And that's another thing you gotta.
Well, and you were here right at the building times
Yeah.
when a lot of this was being built, which is
Yeah, we inherited the good fortune to have had a mayor who thought ahead and put in infrastructure.
Yeah.
The pipes down 1431 before it was 1431. We didn't go anywhere. We ran water and wastewater down that street so that stuff could happen.
Sure.
And that was boomlet. And then from there it boomed big time.
Yeah, exactly. And actually built 1431, where it was a decent-sized road to get through. And,
Yeah, for a while, it just stopped at 183, basically. It didn't go to Round Rock.
yeah.
It had gone to Round Rock by the time I got here.
Okay.
But that's when we laid the pipes. Dorothy Duckett was the name of the mayor.
Okay.
She was the first female mayor. I think she was the only female mayor so far. Dorothy Duckett was a far-seeing lady.
Nice.
An entrepreneur of her own. She was an insurance salesman.
Okay.
And she did a lot of good insurance business with the city. So
I'm sure she did.
wasn't bad either. So it was
It certainly helped,
It was
yeah.
a push me, pull you kind of deal, but it
Yeah.
worked. It's a great thing for
That's
Seafoam.
fantastic. So talk a little bit about what you do today now.
Mostly, I do volunteer stuff most
Okay.
of the time. More than half of what I do I do for nothing. It's
Mhm.
just because I want to do it. Library Foundation, Chamber, Heart Association, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because of my experience on city council
Mhm.
and learning to know how bureaucrats work and how councils and commissions and boards work, I've become a consultant to help folks who want to do like zoning or special use permits or stuff like that in the cities they live in. Georgetown, Austin, Leander, Cedar Park, even Tomball.
Okay.
And folks who know what they want to do, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And there's a way to do it right. You follow the rules, read up on
Yeah.
the stuff, which if they're busy,
Don't try and fight against
they
it.
don't have
Yeah.
time to do all the research to
Sure.
figure out how to fill the forms out right. Well, I do. And you got to know how to ask these people so that it's a thing that they want to help you with. Because you can ask them in a way where they will definitely say no.
That's absolutely right.
And in Austin, they automatically say no, even if you ask right.
I can relate.
I'm on a zoning case in Austin that's taken, so far, 2 years. In Tomball, a similar case took 3 months.
Wow.
That was the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Austin's unbelievable.
So how, when you're doing that, I mean, are you basically totally guiding them through the process?
Oh, yeah,
Is it just
yeah.
stepping in, filling out the forms for them?
I take over for them and
Okay.
I speak for them because if they get up in front of boards and commissions, they typically blow it.
Yep.
They either say something wrong or they say too much, and I pretty much
Yeah,
take
just
over
right
the
up to the
process.
line, yeah.
I tell them what to do, what checks to write, how much to spend, do this, do that, and I'll get you through it. And if it's successful, you pay the second half of my bill.
Okay.
And if not successful, well, we part friends at least. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
but I haven't failed yet.
Okay.
I haven't succeeded in Austin yet, but I haven't failed yet either.
That's a whole nother
All the
animal
ones
down
I've done
there.
so far have been successful.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's new in your world now then?
New is self-improvement.
Okay.
I just turned 73,
All right.
and I'm working on becoming the healthiest 73-year-old my doctor's ever seen. I think I've already achieved that. A few years ago, he said I was overweight, and I fixed it. And then I figured out I'm not overweight anymore, but I'm really not all that fit.
Yeah.
So I'm working on getting fit and working out. Because with my family history, Barbara's family history, we'll probably live to be 100. We're both 73 now, so we've got a ways to go.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a healthy 100-year-old rather than a decrepit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're both working on getting really fit now.
Okay.
At 73, I joined the gym for the first time in my life.
Which I love.
And I got a trainer. And he said, wow, your resting heart rate's unbelievable for your age.
Yeah, and you've been working on it.
It's always for your age.
For your age. Thanks. Yeah, genius.
Yeah. Well, he's 20-something.
Well, of course, yeah. But
He's going to teach me how to do pull-ups.
all right.
When I was in the Army, to get into the mess hall, you had to do pull-ups to go in.
Absolutely,
So I
same
could
here,
never do
yeah.
pull-ups. So I'd give it my best, and they said, well, go in anyway.
Yeah.
You loser.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to do pull-ups.
Yeah, I'm at 73. I'm doing the
Before I
pull-ups.
die, I'm going to do pull-ups. You have to have a goal.
Yeah,
That's the goal. Fit, but the particular goal is to do the pull-ups I've never been able to do.
I love this.
Like when I started walking, the goal was to do 10,000 steps a day, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
I was making it like to the mailbox.
yeah.
And I worked up to 5 miles, which is for me 10,000 steps. And then it works.
I love it. Love it.
Yep, got to keep after yourself.
So what, you, being an ambassador for the chamber, you've been around with Cedar Park Chamber for many, many, many years. How would you say people can utilize the Chamber of Commerce? When seeing the people that have been successful and people that haven't, how have you, what would your recommendation be for?
Well, for new folks, and I was a new folk here in Cedar Park when we first moved back to Texas. We moved from New Jersey to Cedar Park.
Certainly.
I knew nobody. And the town was like 12,000 people.
Yeah.
First thing I did was join the chamber. I didn't have a business, but I joined the chamber. And I showed up regularly.
Yep.
All the things. We didn't have an ambassador program yet. I just showed up at all the meetings and ribbon cuttings. We had a few. and I get to know pretty much everybody.
Yep.
And I started, basically it's a networking thing. The more people you know, the more people you can do business with, or the more people you know who can put people
Who
together.
can help you do business.
Because
yeah.
I think I'm a connector more than I'm the doer at this
Correct.
point. And connecting people is valuable.
That's-
Folks
I think it's even more valuable.
Folks remember if you help them do business with each other, and it comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Karma is real.
Yeah.
And if you are a regular attendee at as many chamber functions as you can attend, as you know, life is good.
Yeah.
If you don't show up, folks don't know who you are. They look at you like you're a new guy every time they see you because they don't see you often enough.
That's exactly right.
You do business with
And
people
everybody
you know.
thinks, okay, you're showing up just because you want business.
Yeah.
And not
Folks-
because you want to be
Folks
here.
vigorously handing out cards, that's gauche.
Yeah.
You connect with people who need to be connected with, that you can help and they can help you, but it's not overt. It's not like forced networking.
Absolutely.
Networking has to happen.
Absolutely.
And it happens with friends.
I love it. Yep, same thing. I mean, that's how we met. You know, and I mean, I kind of learned from you that just be everywhere
You gotta
that
show
you
up.
can be. Just show up and be at every event, and be at all the ribbon cuttings.
Well, yeah, and when I was on city council, they called the newspaper the Phil Country News. Because every week in the newspaper, I'd be in one picture or another.
Sure.
As a volunteer for the Library Foundation or city council, because I went to all the ribbon cuttings, all
Certainly.
the groundbreakings. I was
Yeah.
in the paper, it was Phil Country News.
Is it Phil Country that? I like
Well,
that.
I'm not in the pictures quite so much anymore.
Yeah, but you always are because we're on the back row. We're the tall ones
That's
on the
right,
back
we're
row.
calling
so-
back, one pixel back
Yeah.
there.
So now, Library Foundation, how long have you been involved with that?
Since before I got on city council, so it's been more than
Okay.
20 years.
Wow.
I've been here since 95,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
28
28 years.
years
So
now.
I've been on foundation for probably 25 of those 28
That's
at least.
fantastic.
And when I was on city council, I tried to make it a point that there'd be a city council member on the Library Foundation board
You
all the
really
time.
need to, yeah, you need to have
And
somebody.
when I got off city council, we had a council member regularly, but that's trailed off. I want to get that back because it's really good to have
Yeah.
an elected representative on the Library
Well,
Foundation
and they
board.
get a better understanding of the needs, you know, when they're doing bond offerings and everything.
Well, because the city funds the library.
Yeah.
And the staff and the building and much of the books, but they don't fund everything. There's not enough money to fund every department for all
Sure.
their needs. So the Library Foundation, as a fundraising goal, augments the city finances for special needs, like when they had a need for a
Yeah.
security camera, because
Okay.
there's some vandalism outside the building. Foundation stepped
Foundation
in,
picks up.
got put up right away. It would have taken the city 6 months, appropriate the money, put out the contract, but we did it the next day.
Yeah.
Boom, get the
And
folks
probably
in.
for twice the amount of money that you guys got it
And they had
for.
our RFID system to automate the gazetas and gazetas at the library.
Okay.
Put a chip in every book. The city paid for like half of that.
Okay.
The foundation paid for the other half.
Great.
And we got it done twice as fast because we paid for it all.
Now you guys have got to be somewhat excited about the upcoming new library here.
Yeah, I wish it was more than a couple of years away, less than a couple of years. It's 2.5 years away, and it's going to
Okay.
be either next to the rec center or the new Bell Boulevard redevelopment. It's going to be a wonderful building, but again, the city's money, because it's 2.5 years out or so, the construction costs go up like 10% a year. So what they put in the bond
Yeah.
is becoming less and less.
That can be put into there, yeah,
So we're going to
exactly.
need to do probably some fittings and furnishings, certainly more for the electronic stuff.
Okay,
Whatever electronic stuff is in a couple of years, 3D printers, maker stuff
Yeah.
that we'll be doing.
now is the intention of this to be kind of the library of the 21st century a little bit more?
That's what I hope
Yeah.
for. And Julia is a wonderful chief librarian. And I call it a library without walls.
Yeah.
And she calls it a library of the future kind of thing. But it's as much for makers as it is for readers.
Great.
And it's a multiplier of opportunity. Because if you're new to the city, new to the state, new to the country, maybe English is your second language. The library is a real opportunity multiplier for the
Absolutely.
little kiddos who can benefit from a library and all the stuff it has they don't have at home. It's a wonderful place. We got a good library. The new one's going to be even better.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been flying on that same library for, I mean, just keep adding on to it for the longest
Yeah,
time.
started our next laundromat. Pauline Lamb was our first and only librarian for 20
For 20-some odd years, yeah.
She grew it from nothing to what it is today. And now Julia's taking it to the next step.
Yep.
And that'll probably be maybe it's our last library, because
Hopefully.
we're almost built out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's no more room to build on the existing spots.
No, we got to build a new one. And the city's got about as many well, we get 120,000 people. If we
Yeah.
build a library for 120,000 people, that's good.
Yeah, we should be good for quite a while.
And we need a lot more sponsors to do that. We don't have enough corporate sponsors right now. The community is building up to the point where the base of donors is just getting there, where we can do a capital campaign
Yeah.
and enlist titans of industry.
Sure.
Such titans as we have here at Cedar Park.
Mhm.
We got some
We got some
titans.
not so bad, yeah.
Some growing titans. And that will do the library good for the rest of its life, and that's what we need.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, fast 5 questions now.
Ah.
So first question, you wake up in the morning, businesses are gone.
Hmm.
You have $500 in your pocket, laptop, computer, you have a place to live. What do you do first?
Probably write some stuff that I have cooking in the back of my head that I could sell. Because
Interesting.
I've written some articles and sold them, travel articles.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some travel articles of mine. I could go and hire myself out for some travel-oriented magazine articles, perhaps, to get by.
Okay.
While I write a book I've been thinking of forever.
Nice.
A book on how to get old,
Okay.
which I am finally on.
You have done an expert job on that.
Yeah, the first thing is pick the good parents.
True.
And then
Second thing is get old.
the second thing is don't die young.
That's true.
There are so many ways you can
To be really dumb.
kill yourself. Yeah, you smoke yourself to death. You can ride motorcycles wrong. I rode motorcycles right, but you can do all kinds of terrible things and get killed early.
Mhm.
And then there's picking the right career and you can
Yeah.
marry and right. All different chapters in this book of how to get old.
Mhm.
And I'm more of an expert than I ever was. So I could
Love it.
do some articles. I think I can actually make money writing articles, especially travel articles. I've proven that.
Mhm.
And then this book, which I think would be a big hit, because there are more and more old people all the time.
Yep.
There are more centenarians now than there have been,
And will be.
and I'm ahead of the baby boomers. I'm like a year ahead of the baby boomers.
Okay.
So I have a lot to teach them, the
Sure.
young baby boomers.
All the youngins out there.
Yeah.
All right, what's your biggest entrepreneurial mistake?
That was early on, after we got surplus. We figured out after we got surplus that we didn't need to work. We had
Okay.
done good stuff in our careers at IBM. We both made a lot of money and did good stuff with the money. So we didn't have to work.
Yeah.
And I had money I could invest in things. The Amway business doesn't take much money, so I figured I got a friend here in the area who I really like. He's a playwright, and
Okay.
he's written a movie script, and I love it. He's got the shooting script, scene by scene cartoons, shooting, all that stuff. And I said, I want to be executive producer. So I gave him a bunch of money,
Yeah.
and I gave him some more money, and I hired lawyers to. He went up to Montreal to get a government grant to do this movie. I don't have the money anymore, and we don't have a movie either. It was a mistake to do something I had no idea what I was doing.
That's exactly
It was tantalizing, it was tempting, it felt good, but it was wrong.
Could have happened, but didn't
well,
happen.
if it happened, I'd be an experienced executive producer.
Absolutely.
Instead, I'm just a doofus who gave money to this guy. I don't think he scammed me. I think he really was
No, he
talented.
just didn't
but
have the,
It's really hard to make a movie.
yeah.
I learned that.
And really expensive to make a
Really
movie.
expensive. Oh yeah, we lost. What we could afford to with that gun, but it's
Yeah.
gone. It's not coming back.
Yeah, no,
That was the biggest
Yeah,
mistake.
never, ever, ever.
An unrecoverable mistake. A lot of mistakes you make, you can recover from.
Yeah, that one's not. Yeah.
Once the money's gone, it's gone.
Absolutely. So tell me a good book that you would recommend, and I know you're a big reader, so.
Yeah. Well, there's a book I read when it first came out. I guess it's recently come to Texas. I was reading stuff. And it's a life-changing book.
Okay,
And I brought it.
that's
As a matter of fact.
fantastic.
It's called The 5 Love Languages
Okay.
by Gary Chapman.
Mhm.
And it talks about how to express heartfelt commitment to your mate. But it's
I
more
love
than
this.
that. It's good for managers, parents, spouses, friends.
Same techniques.
Yeah, because it says the secret to the book is that when you want to love or appreciate somebody else, you tend to give them that love or appreciation in the language that you appreciate getting. So if I'm a words of affirmation kind of guy, and I love to get complimented,
Yep.
and I want to make you feel good, I'm going to give you words of affirmation.
Makes sense.
But your love language might be gifts of affection or gifts of good works.
Yeah.
Or I do favors for you.
Yeah.
And the words of affirmation just make you feel
Kind
uncomfortable.
of falls off the
You'd rather
bat.
have
Yeah.
me do a favor for you.
Yeah.
Mow your grass when you're sick or something. I would never think of that if I just thought of the ways I
Yeah,
like to be
if you,
appreciated.
yeah, you, what's
So-
internal for you.
So I read the book. It was news to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know all this stuff. I'd done some of these things kind of right, but I wasn't as sensitive.
Say you've been successfully married for over 50 years at this point,
50,
right?
55 years now. So we figured out some of
Did
this stuff.
something right.
But getting it codified this way, it's
Yeah.
really a life-changing book. And
That's
it's
fantastic.
94 or 5, I think it came out. It's still on the bestseller bookshelf
Wow.
at Barnes & Noble.
That's
It's
fantastic.
a perennial. It's
Yeah.
that
It's
good.
those very few that just consistently stay.
That copy is a brand new copy. That's for you.
Thank you. I
For-
appreciate
For
that.
your T-Werx library
That is wonderful.
and for your personal edification.
Thank you so much, Phil. What's a good tool that you use every day?
Well, I'm an old Luddite,
Okay.
so I've got my cell phone for, it's become my notebook. I
Okay.
used to carry around one of those planner,
Yeah,
10-pound
day planners,
things.
yeah.
And I just transfer stuff into my contact list, schedule, all the phone numbers. If you're not in my phone, I don't know you. And
That's-
there's a whole
yeah.
lot of dead people in my phone. I've had these numbers for so long. I don't clear it out, so I got old dead people in the phone. And that's what keeps me on track and my
Yep.
reminder thing. I wouldn't know where I'm going if
That's,
the phone
I
didn't
tell
work.
people if it is in my phone, it doesn't exist. So.
If the phone rings and it doesn't have your name on it, I don't answer the phone because if I don't know you, you're a robot. That saved me a lot of time talking to robots.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, how do people get a hold of you if they've got some interest or need some help, especially on the municipal side of getting some contracts?
Yeah, well, email is the easiest way to get in touch with
Okay.
me, and that's P. Duprey, P-D-U-P-R-E-Y, at austin.rr.com.
Okay,
I'm an old runner guy.
that's fine.
That's my best website. I got a cell phone, but if I don't know you, I won't answer.
You won't answer, so it doesn't matter. So email Phil.
Email Phil.
His email address will be below here.
Yeah, and we'll work anywhere, hopefully except Austin.
Okay.
On zoning, special use permits, stuff like that.
Love it.
'Cause I know how to do that, and I'm good at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I talk to these people.
Well, yeah, like I said, you've been there. You've been on the other side of it.
Yeah,
So
and I was on the 4B board for a while, so
Okay.
I've done the board thing and
Mhm.
the city council thing, and I'm still tight with elected and hired officials all over the place.
Mhm.
It comes in handy.
Yep, sure does.
A lot of
It's a
them
nice
know-
resume.
A lot of them know each other too, because if you know the city manager in one city, they frequently know the city managers all around them, so you can get an introduction if you need one.
That's fantastic. Well, if you need somebody, this is your guy, and he does know everything that there is to know about that. So reach out to Phil. And you guys, thank y'all for watching once again. Once again, right below me is our subscription button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we have a few sneaky things that are going to be starting to come out that we may or may not announce unless you're subscribed to the channel. So make sure you subscribe and you'll get those when they come out, the bonus content. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you here next week.